Hi guys, so today we are going to be demoing and reviewing the newest foundation from Nars. They just launched their Soft Matte Complete foundation. It's supposed to be amazing. It has a lot of hype in the beauty community, but I'm gonna put that to the test today. If you're new here, this channel is all about easy to follow tutorials for the everyday girl, so if that's you, then welcome. If you're interested in joining the Hannah with the Lipstick community, be sure to hit that subscribe button down below, and while you're there, hit that bell notification. That will just make sure that you never miss out on an upcoming video. This product has gotten a lot of hype, and I'm really excited to dive into why people are so obsessed with it. It claims to have a soft matte finish, and I definitely want to put that to the test. I've had a bad experience with a lot of mattifying foundations because they always seem really cakey, and they always steal kind of that natural luminosity off of the skin. So I'm anxious to see how this holds up to some of the ones I've tried before. Nars actually sent this to me in a PR package, and I'm pretty new to PR packages. I'm super honored whenever that happens, but that does not hinder my honest thoughts on a product. So this is not sponsored by any means. They did send me this product, but my review is going to be 100% authentic, and I'm always going to be honest with you guys. This packaging honestly makes me so happy. It comes with 1.5 ounces, which isn't a ton of product, but the thing that I love about this bottle is that it actually squeezes out the bottom, so this helps you not waste as much product. I've found that with a lot of foundations, I'm wasting so much product because it's way too hard to get to the bottom of the jar, whereas this, it's all going to come down, so you're going to get pretty much every last drop of foundation. Now it's time to test out this product and see if it's worth the hype. Alright, so I have a fresh face now. I just primed with the Juno & Co. Moonshine Miracle Cream, which I've been loving for a primer. It is not mattifying at all, which I did on purpose because I want to see how mattifying this foundation really is. I also have a sunscreen over top of that. This is the Antioxidant Daily Face Protectant from Jan Marini, and I love this sunscreen. It's really good under makeup. It's not too greasy. I'm going to be using a beauty sponge. This is also from Juno & Co. I love these sponges, and it's typically how I apply my makeup, so I wanted to do everything completely normal just to see how this foundation does. I swatched the foundation, and I ended up being the shade 4.5. It's called Vienna, and then in the concealer, I ended up being the shade Light 2.6. Right off the bat, the consistency is not too thick. It's a lot more runny than I thought it would be. Typically, mattifying foundations are super thick in consistency, which usually makes me veer away from them, but I'm already impressed by how lightweight and liquidy this formula is. All right, let's see how this goes. Wow, yeah, it really does have a okay. It has a very lightweight consistency, but it has very good coverage. Like, usually when something has this good of coverage, it feels really cakey on the skin, or it looks like you have foundation on. This kind of just melts right into your skin, honestly. Whoa, okay. I've never tried a mattifying foundation that feels like this. I definitely think that you can apply this foundation with your hands. I'm gonna go ahead and try it out with my beauty sponge just to see how that looks, but I'm gonna put a pretty good layer on my cheek, and then I'm going to use my damp sponge to kind of just blend it out. Wow. Okay, we're back. All right, we're back. I had to wipe off my sponge, but I just started layering, and I have some blemishes, especially on my jawline and my chin, and it is covering them beautifully. So I've noticed that this foundation does dry very fast. So it's one that if you put it on the back of your hand, you're definitely going to want to work kind of quickly, just so that you don't waste product and it doesn't dry out on your hand. Alright, so this is one layer with the foundation. It definitely did a great job of covering. It doesn't cover 100% my acne spots, especially this one right here. These little chin area spots are showing through, but to be fair, I put a pretty thin layer on, so I think that this is going to be really buildable, but let's see how it does if I just put like a little bit over those areas. Oh my gosh, I dropped my sponge again. I'm going to take a little bit of this and spot conceal over those blemishes and see if this covers all the way. Oh yeah, it's super layerable. Is that a word? It's very layerable. And I think the key is just to do a thin layer and then you can go over top where you need it. I'm not kidding when I say you have to work really fast with this foundation. It seriously dries so fast, and there was a section that I did not work fast enough on because I had like moved on to another part of my face and it got a little funky. So like that's my biggest feedback, is just you need to work really fast. All right, so my first layer of foundation is on. I actually really like the way it looks. For a full coverage foundation, I have to say it looks very good. It doesn't look cakey. It really does still look like my skin, so very impressed so far. I'm going to go in with their Complete Concealer. This is their Soft Matte Concealer, and I'm just gonna see how this pairs with their new foundation. So I really like the way this concealer is looking. I have a lot of redness right next to my eyes. I always have very irritated, itchy eyes. I think it has to do with the fires here in California. So this is doing a really good job covering that redness. Now I'm gonna go put on the rest of my makeup just so I can see how it looks with everything done the way I would do it for a normal kind of glam look with a full coverage mattifying foundation. So I will be right back. Alright, so I am back from putting the rest of my makeup on. After putting my makeup on, I honestly have fallen more in love with the foundation. It works really well with other products. My bronzer went on seamlessly. I set my face just like I normally do, and I even used a cream blush and it didn't break up at all. So I have really high hopes for this foundation. I'm going to wear it for the next roughly 4 to 5 hours, and I will check back in with you guys tonight just to let you know how it wears, how much oil came through, all of that good stuff. It's been roughly 4 hours since I last checked in. My skin is looking really nice. I will say that there is some oil peeping through, but for me personally, that usually happens after about 3 to 4 hours of wear, and at that point, I blot my face and I powder my face, and it's just kind of the way it is when you're really oily. But I will say that the foundation didn't stay quite as matte as I thought it would. For me personally, I like the way my skin looks, but if you're someone that wants your skin to stay very matte for a long period of time, I don't think that this foundation stays as matte as some of the foundations that I've tried in the past. My skin's texture looks really nice. It's still very smooth. Nothing is broken up. Nothing got patchy throughout the day. It really does a great job of holding on to the makeup that you apply over top of it. It creates a beautiful canvas, and I really love the way that, like, especially my blush and my highlight look. I think that this formula goes really well with a full face of makeup. So if you're someone who really likes to do a full glam look, I think you're gonna love this foundation. I definitely would give this a very high rating. I recommend trying it. You can always return it if it doesn't work. But in my opinion, I honestly think it's worth the hype. If you guys have any suggestions for future products you would like me to review and demo, please leave those in the comments. I would love to keep reviewing products that you guys want to see. As usual, I'm going to link all of my products that I used on my face today in the description box, so if you're curious about what I used, you can find all of that information down below. If you found this video helpful and you enjoyed it, be sure to hit that like button. That really helps me know what you guys are enjoying and what content you want to see in the future. Be sure to hit that red subscribe button and join the Hannah with a Lipstick family. Also, be sure to head over to TikTok and Instagram and find me. It's just Hannah with a Lipstick. I would love to get to know you guys on a more personal level, so head over there, get to know me on stories, we can DM. I'm very available to you guys, so if you ever have any questions, just let me know. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.